We are living through a once-in-a-generation paradigm shift in the way we store and consume energy. We're moving to an electric world. It's the biggest change in energy in 100 years. And in the future, we'll talk about this transition in the same way we do about the growth from wood to coal, whale oil to kerosene, and coal to petroleum. The way we produce, store, and consume energy is changing. The trend is most noticeable around the home. Most of the small engine appliances are now electric. Chainsaws, weed eaters, and lawnmowers all run on batteries. Even the cars in our driveways now run on electricity. Energy analysts believe copper will be one of the 3 largest mineral markets impacted by this wholesale change. The International Energy Agency forecast predicts that in 2040, mineral demand will be dominated by copper, graphite, and nickel. Copper is the metal of electrification, and this trend will drive higher copper demand for many years to come. According to the S&P Global report, The Future of Copper, in the 21st century, copper scarcity may emerge as a key destabilizing threat to international security. Supply shortfalls pose similar issues to the 20th century scramble for oil. Copper demand could be worse due to higher geographic concentration for copper resources. The forecast for copper demand grows from 25 million metric tons today to about 50 million metric tons by 2035. And the forecast for supply can't keep up. The gap between supply and demand begins in the middle of the decade and will reach a 9.9 million metric ton deficit by 2035. Governments around the world already recognize that problem. The US and Canada set up incentives for domestic copper supplies, and other countries are following. In other words, copper is the new oil. This isn't a short-term story, and this will play out over decades. That's why copper exploration today is so critical for the future. Quetzal Copper, exploration for growth.